Hi everyone, this is Veronika and welcome to another class. In today's flow, we'll be mostly focusing on our hips. We'll be opening up through the hip area as well as unlocking some of the tension. For today's class, it might be handy to have a couple of blocks or books. Those will do just as well if you don't have any of your blocks. And then we'll start seated. So find your comfortable seat. You can sit on one of the blocks. You can also have a cushion underneath the sitting bones. And then once you wiggled around and find your comfortable seat, so you can close your eyes and then rest your hands wherever they land. It could be on your thighs, in your lap, maybe one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. And then right away begin to connect with your breath. Finding your own rhythm, arriving into your body and into this present moment. And then bring your awareness to your hips and sitting bones. And see if you can make them feel a little bit more heavy as you keep on rooting down into either the block or mat, whatever you're sitting on. And as your hips become a little bit more heavy, see if you can find a little bit more space and length in your spine. Sit up a little taller. And our hips, as well as our pelvis and our sacrum, are also a seat of our second chakra, or energy center, if you will. And the second chakra is connecting to the water element, as well as our feelings, our sensations, our creativity, and the relationship we have with ourselves and others. So we can also think of it as a feeling of self-worth. So my intention for you is to simply observe your thoughts and what comes up to your mind as you move with your body on the mat today. What is the relationship that you are cultivating with yourself throughout the practice? And then with that in mind, take 3 more rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. And then gently open your eyes. We'll stay seated for another moment. Just bring the hands onto your knees as you slowly begin to lean over towards your right side, then come through the center over to the left and back as you pull the navel towards the spine. So 4 more rounds this way as we're right away inviting a little bit of movement and bringing some awareness to our hips. And then just allow this movement to become a little bit more free and fluid. So don't get too caught up in the way it looks, but just let yourself feel for any sensations and the breath. And then let's go over to the other side. So we have about 5 rounds all together. And if you feel comfortable, you can even close your eyes. And just let yourself move and breathe. Paying attention to any sensations and any thoughts that arise. For a couple more rounds. See if you can also begin to connect the movement with your breath. And then last time you come back through the center, finishing your last round. Open your eyes if they were closed. And then coming onto all fours, remove the prop or block if you were using it, and just find your way to all fours. And similar idea here, instead of usual cat-cows, let's bring a little bit more freedom into the movement. So from all fours, just begin to move your hips, circle them from side to side, maybe engaging, bringing the torso into the movement as well. Maybe you turn it into big barrel rolls, anything that feels good. And if you're going into one side, the next time you come through the center, switch direction. Just let it feel good. Simply stirring some of that tension. See if we can move through it. And then our hips and the second chakra, as it is connected to the water element, you'll see some of that in our class today. And come back through the center. As you come here, spread through the fingers, really claw the mat with your fingertips, tuck the toes, lengthen through the spine, crown of the head, and then hover your knees off of the mat, just a couple of inches. And pause here, and then right away, really bring your awareness to maybe some of the heat that arises onto the surface of the skin, maybe a little bit of that tension, but just learn how to breathe through it. And take one more big inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog, glide it back. Continue with the movement in your down dog as you pedal through the feet, bending into one knee then the other, without getting caught up in a particular shape. Yes, we are in our downward facing dog, but how can you make it your downward facing dog? How can you bring a little bit more freedom and a little bit more perhaps softness and fluidity into the shape? Take 2 more rounds of breath, however you like to spend them, but do continue, spread through your fingers, clawing the mat, as well as hugging your forearms and the upper arms towards each other. And then keep on widening the sitting bones, drawing them up towards the sky. Now let's together take a big inhale through the nose, fill up. Side out through the mouth. And then look forward, begin to walk the feet, 1 foot at a time to the front of the mat. Go slow, slower than you like, and then just notice every time you pick up the foot, how that also engages your core. And then tippy-toe your way forward. And then once you arrive, feet hip distance wide, a little bend towards your knees. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen through the spine, either fingertips down or hands pressing into your shins. Exhale, fold chest to thighs. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, fingertips energetically draw towards your feet, elongate the spine. Exhale, fingertips press down and away from you to drape the torso over the thighs. And then 1 more like this, halfway up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bow down. Next, inhale, rise up to stand. Reach up, lengthen through the sides of the body. Exhale, release the arms down. And we'll add 2 sun salutations A just to continue to warm up through the body. So press into your feet, inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive, ride the breath all the way down with a long spine. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your plank pose. Right away, inhale, come slightly forward. Exhale, half or all the way down. Inhale into your cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Bottom of your exhale, step, hop or float. And then halfway up, inhale, elongate. Exhale, fold, soften. Inhale, rise up to stand, reach up. Exhale, release the arms. One more, same. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive, long spine hinging away from the hips. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Inhale, come slightly forward. Exhale, half or all the way down with control. Inhale into your back bend. Shine the heart forward. Exhale, lower, find your way back. Downward facing dog. 2 rounds of breath. Spread through the fingers, spread through the toes. Hug the forearms towards each other. Hug the shins towards each other as well. And then inhale, look forward. Bottom of your exhale, step, hop or float. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, reach. Exhale, release, adding on. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come all the way down, little bend towards your knees, widen the sitting bones. Halfway up, inhale. Keep the fingertips down, root down through your left foot, reach the right leg into the air behind you. Pause here right away, hug your left hip back. And then keep looking forward, slow with control. Find your mat with your right toes. Step the foot all the way back. Stay on your fingertips or bring blocks underneath the hands. Inhale, reach the heart forward, sink the hips a little deeper. Exhale, hug the feet towards each other. Straight-ish your firm leg as you round through the upper back like a cat. 2 more. Inhale, rebend the knee, reach the heart forward, widen collarbones. Exhale, hug the feet towards each other, straighten front leg and knee mound, round the upper back. Last one like this. Inhale, ride the breath forward. Exhale, hug everything towards the center. Think angry cat in your upper back. And then inhale, look forward, rebend the knee, keep your right fingertips underneath the shoulder, reach the left arm up towards the sky. And then continue to draw your left hip back and slightly down, and your right hip slightly forward and up. Press your right hamstring up towards the sky. See if you can maybe gaze up with your right eye as well. Open the chest. Big inhale. Exhale, look down, release the left hand down. Plant the hands, pick up your left foot, 3-legged down dog. Reach long, bend the knee, and stack open the hip. Right away here, draw 3 circles with your knee. Go in towards your chest with your left knee, out to the side, to the left, and then back up open. Keep the down dog shape in your arms. Inhale in towards your chest, out to the side, and open. Last one. And then come to 3-legged dog. Square through the hips, long through your left heel. And then exhale, hug the left knee in towards your chest, look in between your hands. Slowly step the foot through. Lower your right knee down. Nice. And then right away here, kickstand your right foot out to the left off of the mat. Bring your left hand from the inside of the left foot. Maybe hand onto your block. Then hug the left bum cheek underneath you. Engage through the core, and this will help you open up through the hips, and then you bring your right arm up towards the sky. So it's just a variation of a side angle pose. If this is too much, the hand on the floor, you can bring the forearm onto your left thigh. Breathe here. Continue to open your left knee out to the side. Stay or maybe reach your right arm long over your ear. Stretch and lengthen through the right side of the body. And then look down. Slowly release your right hand down. Bring your right foot back onto the mat. Frame the front foot with your fingertips. Pick up your right knee. Press into your left foot and then slowly lean forward. Step your right foot to meet the left at the front of the mat. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen. Side out as you exhale. Next inhale, rise up to stand. Reach up, just one big inhale. Right away, exhale, swan dive. Slowly come all the way down. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Leave the fingertips down, spread through your right toes, float the left leg into the air behind you. Square through the hips, plug your right hip back in space, and then slowly, as slow as you can, step your left foot all the way back behind you. Fingertips on the ground or hands on blocks. Inhale, reach the heart forward, sink the hips a little deeper. Exhale, hug the feet towards each other, straighten front leg and imam. Round your upper back. So that requires that you come really high on your left toes, as high as you can. 2 more. Inhale. With your breath, exhale. How can you become a little bit more fluid? One more, a little bit more watery. Inhale, look forward, rebend the knee. Keep your left fingertips underneath the shoulder, nice and light. And then reach your right arm up towards the sky. Lower your right hip, this time slightly down. And then just hug it back behind you. And then your left hip, see if you can pick it up a little bit more in space and draw it forward. And then continue to twist. Find more space in the front of the body, the upper back. Just notice the twist there. And slowly look down, lower right hand down. Plant the hands, pick up your front foot. Glide back, 3-legged down dog. Reach your right leg long. Bend the knee and stack open your hip. Adding our circles here. Go with the right knee in towards your chest. Out to the side. And then open. 2 more like this. Let the breath carry the knee and the leg. See if you can resist a little less. And then 3-legged down dog. Square the hips as best as you can. Reach long through your right leg. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the knee in towards your chest. Look forward. Slow with control, step the foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee down. And then right away, kickstand your left foot to the right off of the mat. Right hand from the inside of the right foot, maybe hand onto your block. So first, just begin by hugging the right bum cheek underneath you. Lengthen the tailbone down towards the ground, towards your left knee. Then begin to slowly spin the chest open towards the sky, and this will rebound this action into your arm as you reach it up towards the sky as well. So one movement follows the other. Just like the breath. The exhale follows the inhale follows the exhale, and so on. Stay here or reach your top arm, your left arm over the ear, and really elongate through the left side of the body. One more big inhale here. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale, look down. Release the left hand down. Bring the left foot onto your mat. Remove the block. Pick up your left knee. Look forward. Press into your right foot so much so that your left foot and leg become so light that you can just bring them towards the front of the mat as well. And then halfway up, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold, side out. Inhale, rise up to stand. This time, let's meet in our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Release the arms, or maybe one hand onto your heart, the other onto your belly. Root down through the feet. Rise taller through the crown of the head. And then notice your inner dialogue, notice your thoughts. What is the relationship like that you're cultivating with yourself? How are you showing up for yourself every day? See if you can bring a little bit more kindness and gentleness to your thoughts and actions towards yourself. And open the eyes. Inhale, reach the arms up and over, big stretch. Exhale, ride the breath all the way down. Drape your torso over the thighs. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, spread through the left toes, reach your right leg long into the air. Pause here just for a moment, elongate, and then step your right foot all the way back behind you. Find your blocks if you're using them, bring them on a lower height, framing your front foot. Fingertips tented on each block. Inhale, reach the heart forward, let the hips sink a little deeper. Exhale, same way we did before, straighten front leg round through the upper back. And this time, keep your upper back really, really rounded. See if you can lift your left foot off of the mat any amount. Maybe foot, maybe heel, maybe just the toes. Plug it into your deepest core and then lower. Let's go one more. Inhale, rebend the knee, look forward. Exhale, straighten front leg. Round through the upper back, slow, slow, slow round. Chin towards the chest, hover left foot off of the mat, any amount, maybe just your toes. Maybe you're shaking like I am. Ooh. And then lower the foot down, nice. Move the blocks to the side, rebend from knee. Plant the right hand underneath the shoulder. Left hand onto your hip, begin to spin all 10 toes towards left long edge of the mat. Adjust the left foot if you need to. And then curl all 10 toes towards your shins and hug your feet energetically towards each other. Then press your hips away from the mat. Lift them a little higher. Reach the left arm up towards the sky or up and over your ear. And notice where you feel the sensation or opening in your body here. I feel it in my left outer hip, and my left inner thigh. So really get curious and pay attention as you practice. And then slowly turn facing down. Remove left hand down, spin all 10 toes forward. Plant the hands, once again, three-legged down dog. Reach your left leg long, bend the knee, stack open the hip. Stay here, option 1. Option 2, lower your right forearm down onto the mat. And then your right hand will come in one line with your left wrist. And if you have your forearm down, micro bend your right knee. And then root the forearm down and forward. So drag it down and forward. This will help you bring the torso a little closer towards your right thigh. Breathe here. So wherever you are, just breathe. Keep on lengthening the knee up towards the sky. And then slowly lift up the elbow if the forearm is down. And then hug your left knee in towards your chest right away. Bring the shoulders forward. Pause here. Pike the hips a little higher if you can. And then slowly step the left foot in between your hands. Right away, spin the right heel down onto your mat. Left hand from the inside of the left foot, maybe onto a block. Side angle pose. So it's just another variation of the pose we did before. Reach the right arm up towards the sky, or maybe up and over your ear. Press your left upper arm into the left inner thigh, and then lengthen your tailbone towards your right heel. One more full round of breath. Let's breathe together. Inhale. Exhale. Then look down, lower your right hand down, move the block to the side, and then spin forward. Bring the right knee down onto the ground. Good. Heel toe, your left foot slightly out to the side, and then spin onto the outer edge of your left foot, curling the left toes towards your shin. Then from here, walk your fingertips as they're still tented. So tenting your fingertips, walk them slightly forward in front of you, about the same width as your mat. And then you can either stay here, keep on working on hugging your left heel towards the right knee. And feel that buoyancy in your hips. So instead of just sinking down right away, keep the spine long, keep elongating your spine, and then keep the buoyancy in your hips. And then maybe here, if you have more space, begin to bend the elbows out to the side as you melt your heart a little bit more down, chest towards your mat. And if you want to spice it up a little bit more, if you want a little bit more heat in your right leg, then tuck your right toes, pick up your right knee. Ooh. And then maybe you have the space to walk your fingertips further forward in front of you. Make sure your right thigh is not collapsing down. Press the right hamstring up towards the sky. Just one last round of breath. Let's together inhale. Stay as you exhale. And then bring the hands back underneath the chest. Seal the left foot down. Look forward. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Sink the hips down. Malasana Yogi Squat. Hands touch in front of your heart. Really root down into your heels, the outer edges of your feet. Close your eyes and let's add a couple rounds of lion's breath. So big inhale through the nose, fill up, and then open the mouth, stick out your tongue as you sigh it out. Let's do one more. Inhale through the nose, sigh it out, stick out the tongue. Nice. Open your eyes, release the fingertips down, Lift your hips up, head down, parallel the feet, hip distance wide. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Let's rise up to stand. Plant your feet down into the ground, and then from there, rise up towards the sky. Release the hands. Close your eyes. Notice the difference between the left and right side of the body. Notice any sensations or thoughts that arise up to the surface. What is your inner dialogue like right now? Okay, open your eyes, and with all that awareness, let's do the other side. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, fold, dive all the way down. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen. Keep the fingertips down, root down through your right foot, float your left leg into the air. Elongate your spine, reach to the crown of the head, keep looking slightly forward, and then step your left foot all the way back behind you. Have your blocks handy if you were using them previously. Tense your fingertips on your blocks. Inhale, sink the hips a little deeper. Exhale, straighten front leg, stay high on your left toes, round through the upper back as much as you can, and then see if you can float your right foot off of the mat. Pick it up, maybe just the heel, maybe just the toes, maybe your leg is shaking, and then release. Release the face, bend the knee. Last one like this, okay? Straighten, pull your feet, magnetize them towards each other. Stay high on your left toes, round through the upper back, round chin towards the chest, and then pluck your hip into the socket, lift up the foot. Ooh, straight into the deepest core. Ooh, okay, rebend the knee, look forward, remove the blocks. Plant your left hand down. Begin to spin all 10 toes towards the right long edge of the mat. And just the feet if you need to. Curl your toes towards the shins. Hug your feet towards each other. Reach the right arm up or over your ear. And then notice, what are you saying to yourself right now in this moment? Are you cheering yourself up on how good you're doing, or are you letting yourself down? Slowly turn facing the mat, both hands planted down, both feet turn forward, and then three-legged down dog. Reach your right leg long, bend the knee, stack open the hip, stay here. Or if you want to take it deeper, lower your left forearm down. And then if your forearm is down, micro bend your left knee, and then drag your left forearm down and forward. Down and forward. That's it. Keep opening up your right hip. Lengthen the front of the thigh, the knee up towards the sky. And then slow with control, lift up your left elbow right away. Hug the right knee in towards your chest. Bring your shoulders forward. Pike up your hips. Hug the knee closer towards your chest if you can. And then slowly step the foot all the way through. Ooh. Spin the left heel down. Side angle pose. Right hand from the inside of the right foot. Maybe head onto your block. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. Right away, lengthen your tailbone towards your left heel. Press deeper into the outer edge of your left foot. Engage through the core. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. And then stay or reach your left arm over the ear. Continue to spin the chest up towards the sky. And slowly look down. Release your left hand down. Look forward. Spin onto your left toes. Lower left knee down. Right away. Heel toe your right foot slightly out to the right. And then come onto the outer edge, the outer blade of your right foot. Keep curling the toes towards the shin. So there's no sickling action in your ankle to protect the knee. From here, draw your right heel towards your left knee. Good. So that will drive your right hip slightly back. Tense your fingertips, walk them slightly forward in front of you, about mat distance wide. Stay here, lengthen through the spine. Keep drawing the right hip back. Maybe melt your heart a little bit more down if you have the space. If you want to spice it up a little bit more, tuck your left toes, pick up your left knee. Think buoyancy in your hips and length in your spine, shooting all the way through the crown of the head forward. Stay as you are, or bend the elbows out to the side, micro bend the elbows out, and then keep drawing the heart forward. Ooh, notice all that goodness, all those juicy feelings in your hips, in your thighs, so strong. And then lift up halfway, fingertips underneath the chest. Seal the right foot down, your right toes are still turned out, and then big step forward, left foot outside of your left hand. Sit down, Malasana Yogi Squat. Close your eyes, press the heels down, shine your heart forward. 2 rounds of lion's breath. Big inhale through the nose. Stick out your tongue. One more big inhale. Exhale. Nice. Open the eyes, release the fingertips down, hips up, head down, parallel the feet, hip distance wide. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand just for one big breath. Lengthen. Exhale, right away, fold. Chest to thighs. Halfway up, inhale, lengthen. Plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Flow through your vinyasa or go straight back to down dog. If you're coming, inhale, come slightly forward. Exhale, halfway or all the way down. Inhale into your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. And from down dog, release your knees down, come to child's pose for a few rounds of breath. Big toes touch, knees nice and wide. Any arms variations. Allow yourself to soften. Come back into your own body. So working with the water element, with the hips. Water element is all about feminine emotions and sensuality. And once again, self-worth. Then lift up the forehead. Come to sit on your heels, and from here, simply shift over left or right and bring the feet forward in front of you. Bring the feet mat distance wide and just windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Let's do one more each side. We continue to work on our hips in the next pose, which is 90-90. From here, bring your right shin parallel to the right, to the front edge of the mat. And then your left leg is back behind you, also creating a 90-degree angle between the shin and your thigh, okay? So 90-90. From here, frame your front thigh with your fingertips, so still staying tented on your fingertips, or maybe even placing the hands on blocks. And then all we're gonna do here is try to lift up the left ankle. So just hovering the left ankle and the foot off of the mat, okay? Easier said than done. Try not to lean too much forward. Try to stay upright. So root down through your right shin, firmly down into the ground. Bring the hands down into your blocks or floor, and then just hover the left ankle off of the mat. Good. Let's do 3 more. Try not to do it with your face, jaw, or eyebrows. 2 more without leaning too much forward. See if you can hover it. And if it doesn't happen, if the foot doesn't leave the floor, it's totally okay. It requires a lot of strength that you just simply build through practice. It's all practice, okay? And then lower. And then we're gonna keep the shape in our legs, and we're just gonna fold forward, slightly turning your torso over to the right side, right corner of the mat towards your right knee, and then you can bring the blocks with you and place the forearms onto your blocks. If you don't need the blocks, you can also just bring the forearms down onto the floor and just let go of that experience. Knowing that your self-worth is definitely not measured by lifting the foot off of the mat. So even if you didn't lift the foot, it's okay. You're still worthy and beautiful and strong. So just keep that in mind as all sorts of thoughts maybe begin to pop up. Okay. 2 more rounds of breath here. Just softening. Nice. From here, begin to lift up. Keep your blocks handy. Swing the left leg forward, feet mat distance wide. Let's windshield wiper. Just once to each side. And then let's switch. Okay, so 90-90. This time bringing the left shin forward, parallel to the front edge of the mat. Right leg is back behind you, also in a 90-degree angle. So hopefully you can see that. Okay. You want to be facing forward towards the front of the mat. Fingertips either tenting each side of your thigh, or maybe hands onto your blocks for extra support. Then really ground down through your left shin and the left hip and your right knee. And then 4 lifts with your right foot. So this one is also so good for the health of our pelvic floor and just the whole hip joint. So as you notice here, your left thigh is externally rotated and your right thigh is internally rotated, which the internal rotation doesn't happen as often in yoga, so that's why this one is so good. Okay, too much choking. Let's do the work. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Engage through your foot, your ankle, little lift and lower. Last one. Little lift. Maybe hover there for a second. Feel all that engagement and then lower. Take your blocks with you. Lean slightly over to the left corner of the mat and then rest your forearms onto your blocks. Soften. Let go of the experience. Once again, whether you lifted the foot off of the mat or didn't, doesn't matter. What really matters is the thoughts after. How do you talk to yourself when it gets maybe a little bit more challenging or a little bit more sticky? Always coming back to your breath. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Next. Lift yourself up. Move the blocks to the side. Swing your right leg forward. One last time. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Okay. And then we'll roll all the way down onto our backs. Plant your feet, hip distance wide. Make sure you have enough space back behind you. And then you can hold yourself onto your hamstrings if you like. Come slowly, slowly all the way down. From here, we'll set up for a couple rounds of bridge pose. You can also choose to take a supported version of a bridge pose. In that case, you'll slide a block underneath the sacrum. So 2 rounds of bridge pose will go 5 rounds of breath each. So if you're coming to supported bridge, you can stay there for a full 10 rounds of breath. Otherwise, if you come in with me, just set up the feet hip distance wide. Under your feet underneath the knees. And then arms alongside the body. Press the feet firmly down. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Really keep driving your feet down into the earth and keep energetically hugging the inner thighs towards each other. If you have more space, snuggle the shoulder blades closer towards each other and then maybe interlace the fingers underneath your bum. Press the hips a little higher, 2 more rounds of breath. And slowly release the fingertips if you have the grip, and 1 vertebra at a time, lower yourself all the way down. Feet mat distance wide, knock your knees together to touch and just rest for a moment. Okay, 1 more round. Either supported bridge, block underneath the sacrum, or active bridge. Set up the feet, arms alongside the body, press into your feet, lift the hips up towards the sky. Snuggle the shoulder blades closer towards each other if you have the space. Interlace the fingers under your bum. Keep pressing the hips higher. Here for this one, in this particular one, just drive the feet down and forward. And enjoy the extra space that you're creating the front of the body, around your heart, in the chest area. And slowly release the fingertips, 1 vertebra at a time, lower yourself down. Nice. Knock the knees together for a moment. Close your eyes and just feel. And then go ahead and hug the knees in towards your chest. Maybe rock a little from side to side, massage the low back. Now let's take it to our supine twist. Release the feet down. Shift the hips over to the right as you let the knees fold to the left side. Cactus the arms or open the arms into a wide T shape. And if your knees are hovering off of the floor, maybe slide a block in between the knees or cushion, whatever you have handy. And then just make sure that your right shoulder and right shoulder blade are still anchored down into the mat. And if it feels okay for your neck, you can turn your gaze towards the right side. Close your eyes, relax the jaw. And then breathe up and down the length of your spine. Breathe down the right side of the body. See if you can send some of the breath into your sacrum area as well. The area, once again, connected to our second chakra. So all of our feelings, emotions, creativity, and your self-worth. And slowly bring the gaze back towards the center, knees will follow. If you're using the block, bring it over to the other side. Then shift the hips over to the left, let the knees fall to the right. Anchor your left shoulder down onto the mat. And if it feels okay, bring your gaze over to the left. Close your eyes. Breathe into the left side of the body and then all the way down into your sacrum. And then even here in those moments of stillness and slowing down, notice the inner dialogue. What is the relationship that you are cultivating with yourself? Nice. And then bring the head back towards the center, knees will follow. Give yourself one more hug. So you squeeze the knees in towards your chest. Maybe rock a little if it feels good. And then before you relax fully in your Shavasana, see if there's anything else that your body is asking for to complete your practice. A happy baby might feel nice. But if you're ready for your final rest, then please go ahead. And as always, when you come into your final rest, I always suggest that you pause the video and stay as long as you like, anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes, even 10 if you can spare 10 minutes. Make yourself as comfortable as you can as you release your legs long, arms alongside your body. Beginning to soften and just really fully surrender your body to the earth. Allowing your bones and muscles to become heavy. Drop everything down. Open and close your mouth a few times, releasing any last tension and residue. Really give yourself enough time to rest here in your Shavasana. This is the time and the pose when everything, this whole practice come together, when everything gets integrated and all the dust settles. So once again, take as much time as you need to, and then only when you feel complete and ready, after you pause the video, you can come back and then you can meet me seated at the front of the mat, just the way we started. You can sit on a prop, cushion, or a block. And find a tall and comfortable seat. Bring the hands to touch in front of your heart. The idea of self-worth, the relationship with your own self, the way you show up for yourself every day, the way you talk to yourself, whether you're practicing or putting on your clothes in the morning or looking into the mirror, knowing that you are already worthy. Just simply by being, by breathing. And with that in mind, gently bow your head towards the chest, bowing your mind towards the heart. And gratitude for your own body, for this practice, and for showing up for yourself. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Again, I hope you have a wonderful day and that you can take some of that self-worth and feelings of just really that cultivating the good relationship with yourself off of the mat and into your day. Have a good one. Bye.